CPM Math 3, Problem 1-61. We're being asked to find the domain and range for some very different functions. And part A is actually a discrete graph. And so that means that we need to express the domain as a list. It is not an inequality value. We're actually going to write a set of possible x values. Remember that domain is x values. All right, so all possible x values. So if I look across my x-axis here, I notice that at -1, I have a point. All right, so -1 is an x value within this little scenario. And if I come over here, let's see, what is happening to my pen? There we go. If I come over here, 1 also. And if I come over here, 2 also. All right, so that's our domain. And I'm going to put a little curly bracket around it. Those are the only possible x values in this particular function. That's it. Okay, so it is possible that we have to just simply make a list. All right, how about y values? Possible y values. Let's look up and down our y-axis and see where we actually see. All right, I see up here at 2, right there. So 2, and I see right here at 1, and I see down here at -2. Okay, the only problem is I have these in descending order. Has to be lowest to highest. So I'm going to rewrite this as -2, 1, 2. All right, there's my range for that particular function. For this second function, we have to make sure we're paying close attention to the open and closed circle. Domain is possible x values. Farthest left is -1, and it goes, that is touching. It's a closed circle, so we use less than equal to. And the farthest right is +1, but it is not a closed circle, so we have to just use the less than symbol. The range is low to high, so it goes all the way down to, is that a -1? Is less than or equal to y is less than 2. So it starts down here at -1 and it goes up here to 2. And notice the difference in how the closed circle means less than equal to and the open circle means simply less than. All right, let's look at our domain here. This one's interesting because we have a graph that with an arrow, so that means that goes on for infinity. So the farthest left that my graph goes here is -1, and then it heads on over to infinity. Oops, that's supposed to be infinity. So how do we actually write that? Well, it starts at -1 and it goes to the right forever and ever. Starts at -1 and goes to the right forever and ever. So our x values are all x values greater than or equal to -1. It is that simple. And the range is the same thing. It starts down here at -1 and it goes up forever and ever and ever. So y is also greater than or equal to -1. Okay, domain here for our parabola. Notice these arrows indicate that it's going to go to the left and to the right infinitely. So that means every x value is a possibility. So all real numbers is our domain. For a range, we start down here at -2. And it goes up and increases forever and ever and ever. So our y values are greater than or equal to -2. If it touches, we have to assume that that is a closed circle there.